The third event in the lead up to the shiny Rayquaza Tera event is now live in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Running from the 13th until the 19th of December, we will see a brand new Mass Outbreak event come to the game and 2 brand new 5-star Tera Pokemon introduced. The Mass Outbreak event is located in the Blueberry Academy, so you will need access to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's DLC to take part in this one, but it is featuring Girafarig with increased chances of the Girafarig having the intellectual mark. Now, once you have updated your game from the Pokeportal options screen under Mystery Gifts and checking Pokeportal news, you'll be able to see these Mass Outbreak events for Girafarig appearing on your Blueberry Academy map. These outbreaks give you a good opportunity to easily shiny hunt for this Generation 2 Pokemon and hopefully find one with this intellectual mark. To easily find the shiny from an outbreak, knock out 60 Pokemon using the Let's Go function. After this, save your game and then set up a Sparkling Power Level 3 sandwich for either Psychic or Normal type Pokemon. Then use the Roaming or Picnic method to despawn and respawn new Girafarig on the field until the shiny appears. And if no shiny spawns in the 30 minutes you're allotted with your Sparkling Power Level 3 sandwich, simply reset your game and set a new sandwich up to start the hunt all over again. If you are going for the shiny with the intellectual mark this weekend, good luck with those hunts. It isn't the easiest to get, but you have increased chances while this event is running. So hopefully over the next week, you'll be able to find a bunch of the Girafarig with these marks. For the 2 new Tera events that are running with this event, we need to head back to Paldea, where these 5-star Tera events are appearing. This event will feature both Annihilape and Kingambit in a multitude of different variety Tera types. These Tera bosses can appear in their shiny forms, but they are in their base rates of 1 in 4096, so it's not going to be hugely likely that you'll get a shiny, but do keep an eye out when you're going in if you are farming these raids over the next week. So the build that we're going to recommend in today's video is Iron Hands. Hopefully it's already a Pokemon that you have built in game, but it just might need some slight tweaks for this next week's Tera events. Level 100 and Hyper Trained, of course. The Tera typing not really going to matter here too much. Scope Lens is important. It is going to be the held item to boost the chances of critical hits landing in battle, and the moveset is going to be Charge, Belly Drum, Focus Energy, and Wild Charge. The EV spread is going to be 252 EVs in HP and in attack with an Adamant Nature. The remaining EVs just put into that defense stat, so your Iron Hand should look like this when you've got it built in game. So turn 1, we're going to lock in with a Focus Energy. This is just going to boost the critical hit chances of all our attacks, so pretty much with that and the Scope Lens guaranteed to land a critical hit. Turn 2, we're going to go for a Belly Drum. That's going to max out our attack to +6, and it's going to cut our HP in half, but don't worry too much about the damage incoming from the Annihilape in particular, because we've got good defenses and we should be able to take a flurry of attacks from this 5-star Tera Annihilape. Turn 3, we're going to lock in with a Charge. That's going to boost the power of our electric type attacks. So the next turn, when we go for the Wild Charge, we're going to be able to pretty much pick up a 1-hit KO against the Annihilape. Of course, just keep an eye on its HP as well, because the shield will go up at some point. You want to try and catch it before that shield goes up, and if you do, you'll guarantee a 1-hit kill with the Wild Charge. Of course, you're going to take recoil damage, but it is a pretty quick way, just guaranteeing that you are going to be able to pick up the 1-hit kill against an Annihilape, whatever comes out at you. So we take the close combat there. The Screech just barely letting us hang on. Obviously, if it is going for close combat, it's lowering its defense stats as well, so it's just making it more likely that you do pick up the knockout, of course, against it. But it's a pretty quick way to run through the raid. You don't really want to spend too much time putting together builds in game. And if you're coming up against Kingambit, the same Iron Hands can be used to good effect against this as well. All you need to do is come into your moves and then remember move and go down to close combat and just replace close combat with the Wild Charge, and you'll have a good way to hit the Kingambit for super effective damage. So it'll be pretty much a similar strategy. You just need to ignore the fact that you've got Charge on there as one of your moves, because it's not really going to be useful using a fighting type attack, and Charge only benefits electric type attacking moves. And going to be very similar to the Annihilape setup with the Iron Hands. We're just ignoring, like I've mentioned, the Charge. So we're just concentrating on those 3 moves: the Belly Drum, the Focus Energy, and then that close combat. We will throw in an all-out attack chair here though. As well, we go for Focus Energy turn 1, boosting our critical hit rates, combined with that Scope Lens. Held item, going to guarantee that we always land a critical hit in the raid. Turn 2, we're going to go for a belly drum. That's going to boost our attack to +6 and cut our HP in half from whatever HP stat we are on already. Don't worry about your HP at this stage unless you're taking a multitude of critical hits. Even then, you should be still all right against the Kingambit because it's not going to be hitting you for too much damage. Turn 3, we are just going to lock in with an all-out attack chain. That's just going to boost the attack power of everything on our side of the field for the next few turns. And it'll also just mean that partnering Pokemon are going to be able to put the Kingambit in range where we are able to one-shot it. So we don't have to worry about terastallizing or anything like that. Of course, if you do have a God of War on your side of the field, it does help. Don't worry if the Kingambit goes for an Iron Defense either, because the critical hit will just ignore that. Turn 4, lock in with that close combat, and we will make quick work of Kingambit, making farming it this next week very easy to do along with that Annihilate. So one Pokemon, you're just going to change the moves depending on the Tera type, depending on the Pokemon that you're coming up against. As these are 5-star raids, this Iron Hands build should work fine for farming these Pokemon over the next week while the event is running. These Tera raid battles also have great item drops for stocking up on high cost items and in particular level up candies, as well as having a 3% chance of dropping Salty Herba Mystica. If you have your own builds that have had success against both Annihilate and Kingambit, please do share them in the comments below to help those in the community who might be having a tougher time against these Pokemon. And if you found today's video useful, please consider leaving a like and do subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all of our Pokemon Scarlet and Violet content. This is the final event before the 5-star shiny Rayquaza raid goes live on the 20th of December. Now, in preparation for this event, if you need to put builds together and want something that could solo it, check out this video that we've already got up on the channel going over some of the best solo builds to help take Rayquaza down. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, friends, take care and bye-bye.